Hello, hello, hello. Hi, happy Sunday. Happy 5th of November. I almost said the first time I streamed on in November, but I I just streamed yesterday, didn't I? Yeah, I did, right? Okay. So, sorry I'm late. I may have taken a nap today and that nap may have turned into me getting up literally at stream time and not having eaten. So I may have scarfed down some food. Anyway, let me start the game before I forget to do that. And then we can do the opening affirmation card. Also, look, I'm trying out oh, did I show you all? Yesterday I got that package. Um and it was full of these like lip glosses that a coworker said she'd gotten, and now I'm trying it out. Anyway, all right. Opening affirmation card. Apparently, I haven't logged into Genshin at all today. Usually, when I stream, my Welkin Moon's already popped up because I check in the morning and I check, and then I check it, and then I play and stream. Because freaking Risen fills up in less than 24 hours. So like, if you don't check, it just fills up. But I don't know why. I I don't know. I don't think it filled up because I have the little widget on my phone that tells me when it's full. So I didn't need to earlier. Okay, anyway. Opening affirmation card is, I just threw the card. Ideal partnership. Ideal partnership. I am a rare and precious find, and my brilliance will be reflected back to me when I am paired with a true match. My ideal partnerships and working relationships are easy and free-flowing. I deserve greatness because I am greatness. And to paraphrase Rumi, what I'm looking for is also looking for me. In fact, he or she might be paraphrasing Rumi right now. Ideal partnership. All right. Let's switch over. Look. There it is. You all never have to see that, really. Okay. Let me remove Nuvolette from my friendship team. I like sometimes have to put them on there to help Risley with things because Risley has pretty decent sustainability, but it's not as good as Neverlet, and he obviously can't damage anything that's cryo. Like we're unaffected by cryo, so alright. I did after stream yesterday do a few more things in Fontaine to knock out some of those quests that were hanging out in my quest log, which I think I got it down to like 4 that aren't yeah, 4 that aren't these two, these bigger ones. Oh, I think these are bigger ones anyway. And then of course I need to do these. So I should have time today, I think. Although I did start streaming a little late. My hand smells like what I ate. Because I was eating seafood. boil, like leftovers. So I had to like peel a shrimp. Anyway. Okay. Did I do all the stuff I needed to for my weekly stuff? I think I did. Not this. Y'all, look how prepared I am for Furina. Not very. I'm gonna get like what? 40 pulls total across all of this. And I literally just got Risley. So, yeah, I'm not even gonna make it to soft pity. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see. Oh, I still do need to do the Abyss, which will be a couple wishes. And then any new events that come out, you know, we'll have that. Plus the patch primo gems. But I'm not at guaranteed 50-50, so I mean I'm at 50-50. No guarantee this time, so yeah, we'll see what happens. Let me do my dailies first. Y'all, so last night was when we fell back an hour. Did you all notice? If you're in the US and do daylight saving time, I kind of forgot, but the nice thing about a lot of clocks and stuff now is they take care of that automatically, like phones and stuff. And I like look at my watch, like, did it take care of it? It did. Hi, Daylon. What's up? My Fitbit did. I'm actually surprised, kind of. I guess it does like connect and sync with my phone, so. I like how it's just raining. Hydro Dragon, don't cry. My day is going okay. Oh yeah, so I woke up early because I wanted to go to the gym this morning, which I did. I didn't go at exactly 7 o'clock, which I kind of said I wanted to do. Oh, you know what? I think I've given him the Whopper Flower Nectar before. Let me do the other one, which I don't think I've done before. But so I woke up early and went to the gym, which was fine. Then I came home because I had to get ready to go to church because my grandma's 80th birthday is tomorrow. And she wanted all of us to celebrate by going to church with her. So I did. And then, yeah, I was definitely running late, but I made it in time. Barely. So I did that. And then we went to my grandma's after to, you know, eat and stuff. And that was a lot. There was, a fight broke out at my grandma's. My grandma's house is pretty small because it's just her and my grandpa, right? So it's not that big. Um uh and so like actually it's a little bit like my apartment. It's bigger than my apartment, but fairly small. So I was in like one room and started hearing a lot of yelling and cursing in the other room. I didn't know what was happening. I thought maybe it was a joke or something. And then, yeah, it was bad. I didn't go look. I didn't want to look. I didn't want to see. But there was a lot going on in that other room. And it went on for a long time. And a lot of my family got involved in stopping the fight, I guess. Because it was really just two people fighting. Um, anyway, it was awful. It was so scary. I, at one point, was like sitting with the little kids because like their parents were like doing things to like stop the fight or whatever. I don't know. But I was just trying to comfort them and sit with them. And I just start crying. It was pretty embarrassing. So, you know, I'm crying in front of my little cousins and stuff. Yeah, was not a good time. My grandma was definitely, yeah, she was definitely in the room with the fight. So was my grandpa. Um, yeah, it was, hmm. After that, they left. Uh, that whole family left. Um, and yeah. Um, but I guess all of that really exhausted me. So yeah, that happened. So I came back here after all of that. It was fine after that, I guess, like after they left and stuff. It was just like another family get together. Um, but yeah, I might have exhausted me. I don't know. Came back here and was like, you know what? I'll play my PlayStation before stream. And I sat on my couch for a minute. It was more than a minute. I was like on my phone looking at stuff. Probably memes. And then I was like, wow, I'm exhausted. So I went and laid in bed and probably looked at more memes and then took a nap. Sucks. Yeah, it was pretty something. Yeah. Anyway, how's your day going? Oh wait, I feel like I've actually given him these before. Now that I think about it. I think I've given him these and maybe I haven't given him the whopper flower nectar. So maybe I'll try giving him the whopper flower nectar. Good, even though you're bored? What do you mean? You have all the things to do, right? Those were not things I was looking to buy. Okay, anyway. Let me turn this in. I may actually give him the Whopper Flower Nectar. Use your resin on artifacts? But have you explored all of Fontaine? Should I give him the lowest quality one? Actually, I need these for Furina. I'll wait. They'll have 3 map locations to unlock? Well, look at that! Plenty to do. Plenty to do.
Add Astra. Thank you for
Hold on. I thought his name was Lingiri. Lingerie, but it was not. All right. Anyway. Okay. Let me turn in this reputation thing that's hanging out here. Okay. Let me... I think I'll run this domain today for the 2x bonus. To get more of these. I don't know. I know Nouvellette needs them. I don't know who else uses these, but I could use more, so let's see if these two can handle
The
this.
pleasure is all mine.
Are you gonna roll for Furina, Daylon? Need them? Need what? What do you need?
Be sanctified. Bow your head.
Probably waste money to get her. What? You know you don't have to. If you did your dailies every day, you would have more primo gems.
Settle down. The tides beckon. Bow your head.
Oh, my bad. Get her just for you. Buff you when you're carrying me. Wait, do you know how she works? She's like she's not exactly a buffing character. She like I don't know. Oh, I'll have to see when she's actually out. Ult the buff, heal and damage. Oh, does it do heal and damage? I know that between her 2 modes, she has like the DPS mode and like the heal mode. I don't know. I'll have to see how she works because like Risley and Nouvellette, before they were out and we just saw their characters, like it was kind of hard to tell how playing them would go. Now that they're out, I know differently, I guess.
Be not perturbed.
Oh no. Not Nubilette. Okay. Let's get him healed up a little bit here. That kind of sapped his energy. Oops. Only 5 more times to go. Unfortunately, for his talent, these are my struggle point. I do have him pretty good on what I think I'm gonna triple crown him, so only a couple more talent levels to go for him.
Settle. Face your guilt. Way now.
Just need electro damage for your Miko, and she's done. Oh, Goblet. Ooh, good luck.
Bow your head.
Goblets are definitely tough. Aside from one more crown, you just need one more crown. If you went and explored Fontaine, you could get crowns from the fountain. I just got one yesterday when I turned in my
Be sanctified.
some of my whatever they're called to the fountain. Woo! Haven't done any tree or anything? What? Yeah, go do your trees. Probably get a lot. Yeah. Ceylon. Think of all the crowns you're sitting on.
Let the mighty be humbled. Bow your head.
Oh man. And all the other stuff that you can get from like trees and stuff. Not just the crowns. Woo. Oh, I'm so still tired.
Let's begin. No need to fear. Sorry.
No need to fear. Oh,
I couldn't
he
protect.
said that, and then I killed him on accident. It was not really intentional. Oops. Sorry, Risley. Only one more time. It's okay. We'll give him full heals after this.
The tides beckon.
There we go. Actually didn't need to revive Risley. I could have waited, but all right, let me heal Risley. Let me see if I can actually up some of maybe one or two of. I thought he just died because he glowed red. I was like, oops. Nouvelette's talents. Oh, I guess I can turn in the 6 Hydroculi I was holding. I don't know how many I'm missing. I probably should have been better about tracking them, you know? I hope you upped your statues, Daylon. Those are also have good drop things. Rewards. I don't know why I called them drops. They don't drop them. Rewards. Not really anything past the first couple areas. Daylon! Oh, actually, I shouldn't have done that. In case the character comes out that needs that. Oops. Well, now I'll just have to go to the domain and get those. It is what it is. Oh, also my washer broke. It's not broken. I just need to go. It gets clogged a lot. Don't get guinea pigs that you need to wash stuff for because they will clog your washer all the time. All the time. And it sucks to unclog the washer because by the time you figure out that you need to unclog it, it's gonna make a big mess. I probably should just like make a note to myself to like check the what's it called? Like the filter thingy. I don't know, every month or so. So that it doesn't clog up and break. Because right now it just had a load of laundry running while I took my nap, except my washer kept beeping at me while I was trying to nap. And it was awful. Darn, I'm too shy. Okay.
Word of advice, don't break the law.
Did I do all my other weekly things? Oh no. Pretty sure I haven't done all my weekly bosses. I think I only have the Sumeru ones left. Yeah. Womp womp. We're about to get our first Fontaine weekly boss. Woo! Nidorino. We still got spooky Pokemon. Which I don't. Nidorino is not really spooky, but you know, we'll take the cute little emotes. Nouvelette with Risley. Maybe can handle this. Gonna try. I would run Risley alone, but I don't think he could handle it. Got a lot of good artifacts for Dendro, but no good Dendro characters? Really? You haven't lost the 50-50 to Tainari? Tainari is a good Dendro character if you do have him. We don't have. Do we have a lot of Dendro characters? Wait. I tried to go and pull up the. Baiju will be in the banner next if you want a Dendro healer. I don't know when El Haytham's gonna re-banner or Nahida, but they're both really good. Kainari's pretty good. And he's on the standard banner, so you could lose your 50-50 to him. Kaveh. Kaveh is like a very specific Dendro character. I don't really know how to run him well. But there are ways to use him. Yao Yao's good. Dendro healer. Kolai. Okay. I don't know. And then Kirara. I don't know if I've ever seen anyone use Kirara like on a team for like fighting. I don't know. I guess there's not that many Dendro because I think I just listed 4 characters total. I mean 4 and 4, so 8. That's fair. Best of luck, Daylon. If you are looking for one, Baiju comes out in the next banner.
Settle down. Perish! Be sanctified. Silence!
I don't know what that does. That pyro thing. Oh my gosh. I thought I was about to die. Doing weeklies without you? I said I was gonna do my 2 weekly bosses I had left.
A 1,000 eons, mine to dominate. Burn to oblivion.
Rough out here.
Kneel.
Nothing to fear.
Tremble.
I should have put on my food. Wait, I can. I'm in solo play, so I can open this menu in the middle of the fight. We're good. Everyone, eat a little bit of cake. I only have one more boss fight after this left. BRB, I'll be here. Probably.
Reality is
His
pain.
pain. I'm crossing the middle to get to this. The good thing about Risley is he can take out the things in this part, luckily. All of them, including these, which is pretty cool. it can be kind of difficult to take those out with certain characters. New Roulette cannot do a single thing to get rid of them.
Let the mighty be humble.
Oh my gosh, he does so much damage.
I was destined for more.
Okay. One more. I literally just got up from my nap. I guess it's been like an hour and a half, but I'm still tired. I think I just lived my life in tired. I'm gonna run this team again. Wish them luck. Hopefully they can manage. I always call this the APEP fight, but like really this guy isn't APEP so much as his like guardian, or I guess warden, as his name says.
Silence. The tides beckon. Settle down.
Ooh, I wonder if I'm gonna have any trouble with this part of the fight. I guess we're gonna find out.
Settle down. Bow your head.
It's not going too poorly, I think.
Silence.
Nice, okay. Nervalette is out here carrying teams. And by teams, I mean my team.
Be sanctified. Bow your head. Silence.
Man, he really does carry that whole fight. All right. I'll take that. I definitely need more of I keep saying APEP. He's not really APEP, but I need like more drops from this fight. Pretty badly, actually. Like look at all the drops from Storm Terror fight and a wolf boss fight, and then even child fight, and Then our Ozdaha fight. Still like 50 per for Senora. And then the Raiden fight down to like 30. And then Brat is like 10, except for this one. And then struggling right here. I guess it's also almost 10 here, except for this one. All right. Let me pull a roulette from the friendship team, and then let's run this and just get some stuff done. Let me go and do this. Finally knock out Lenny's quest. Y'all ready to power through this with me?
Excuse me, good sir. Do you...
Gemma? You mean Caesar's fiance?
I'm just trying to get a hold of her because I need her help with something.
Yeah, she does. Poor thing. Ever since Caesar passed away, she's been coming here once every week to clean his grave. I asked her what she was doing once. She said she knows he's gone and can't hear her from the grave, but...
And she's been doing this ever since Caesar passed away?
I'll bet. Caesar's reputation fell apart after his identity was revealed, so no one else visits his grave. Gemma's the only one who still thinks about him after all these years. I don't know if the mind lives on in the waters after death, but if it does, I'm sure Caesar must be grateful to have someone who remembers him. If I'm honest, I think this is all so unfair to poor Gemma. Her fiancé was a low-life crook. He doesn't... Anyway, all of that said, she's running later than usual today. Normally, she'd be... Well, that's everything I know, I'm afraid. You might have more luck asking...
All right, well, thanks for sharing all of this.
You're welcome. I just hope she'll be able to move on one day.
Should be pretty obvious what Lenny's connection to Caesar would be, looking at him. Or rather, like, he's clearly a magician.
Did you hear the news? They're saying the Phantom Weasel's back.
You're kidding. Wait, is...
I don't know anymore. All sorts of news flying around nowadays.
Back?
I can never tell
Welcome
what's
back,
true and what
Daylon.
isn't. But what if, just hypothetically, I mean, what if...
Called it. Seriously, 10 years ago, on the day it all went down, I said to myself, you know what? This guy's been set up. The Caesar...
Oh, please. Weren't you the one cursing his name to high heaven when the police announced the news? You were all...
Wait, did I say that? I don't seem to recall.
Hello there. Sorry for disturbing you, but we're actually quite interested in this topic as well.
But you've come to the right people. Yep. He was a great magician. The best trick I ever saw him do was pop a transparent balloon, only for a whole bunch of doves to fly. I was right up close and didn't blink or look away once. But for the life of me...
I saw him perform too. He always used to bring some gifts along for the kids who came to watch his show, and he'd hand them out after he was done. Sometimes he even got the kids to write their wishes down, and then he'd make the items on the wish list
Daylon, I'm clearing up
appear in his next show.
my journal with all its quests, and I
doesn't
can't even
sound like
imagine
such a
looking
bad
at
guy.
yours.
But after he died, there were also rumors that he used the wish list to find out what was precious to people, with the intent to steal it later. As I'm sure you know, the Phantom Weasel would steal just about anything.
Whatever the case, now that the Weasel is back, Caesar's become a hot topic once. I bet Gemma must be pleased. If Caesar's name gets cleared, maybe it'll finally give her some solace after
I have too
all
many
this
to
time.
count.
No, speak of the devil.
Gosh.
That's her over there. If you've got any more questions about Caesar, she's definitely the one to ask.
So that's Gemma. Is it just Paimon, or does it look like some... Wait,
Is she
it
a
looks like she's injured. Come on, let's see if she...
is she what's it called? Hydro being. Oh, never mind. She just has blue eyes.
Who's asking?
Don't be afraid. We mean no harm. It looks like you're injured.
Thanks for your concern. But you didn't answer.
My name is Linny, and this is my...
My name's Paimon, and this here's the Traveler.
Is
We're
Lenny not
investigating
that
the Fate
famous
of
in
Weasel.
Fontaine?
The Weasel posted a warning
He
letter
has a
this morning.
very...
If he still lives, that means
Oh, look.
that Caesar was falsely accused. You knew Caesar better than anyone else. I promise you can trust us. We won't hurt...
I never believed that he was the Weasel.
I caught Absol.
Huh. I suspected as much. Okay, so going back to...
No.
Got it. All right.
If you don't have any more questions, please leave. I want to be alone.
Judging by the look on her face, there's definitely some.
She's lying. She definitely knows something.
That's fair. We're just a bunch of strangers who showed up and started questioning her. In any case, I doubt we'll get any further here, so let's call it a day.
Do I actually have to wait a day? I do. Oh, and we're just past midnight. So I actually have to do this, don't I? Eh. At least the passage of time in the game doesn't actually affect, like, things in the game, like missing things because you advance time.
Over here.
Lynette's not joining us today?
I've had her follow Gemma and see if we can make any inroads with her. Still, I don't think that Gemma's likely to open up to us. Today, we'll be looking into a guy named Lorenzo. When Caesar passed away, all the stolen goods discovered in his home were confiscated and returned to their rightful owners. Before long, Lorenzo was the next big magician in town, his fame surpassing even that of his master, and it made him very wealthy. I had to pull a lot of strings,
Fishy.
but I managed to get him to agree to a couple of drinks with me. Be warned, though, I hear he's got
A couple of
hair-triggered
drinks,
temper.
Lenny. Can you
We'd best be careful.
drink? Is Lenny old enough to drink, y'all? Actually, no one serves Traveler drinks, even though she's definitely, like, I don't know, hundreds of years
You
old.
neglected to mention that you were bringing 2 other people with.
My apologies. These 2 are my assistants. When they heard that I was meeting with the former magic maestro himself, they begged it.
Oh, forget the pleasantries, just sit.
Get a load of this guy. Forget the pleasantries, he says, but he looks pretty happy about Lenny stroking his ego.
Catching everything?
only
Am I?
agreed to meet
I
since
caught an
we're both
Absol.
magicians. Do me a
Did I
favor
catch
and cut to
anything
the
else
chase.
today? I
have
think that
more
was the only thing I
important
caught
things to do
today.
than drinking.
Yeah, it was.
Much obliged, sir.
Womp womp.
As it happens, the matter I want to address is also yesterday morning. A warning letter from the Phantom Weasel appeared on the entrance to the Opera House. He claimed I have to get to the bottom of this to ensure that my show can go ahead as planned. Naturally, any investigation.
What is there to investigate? Caesar was the weasel and he's been dead for 10 years. So what if some sick creep thought it'd be funny to write a warning letter? It changes nothing.
Please, sir, no need to get so worked up. I do
Possibility, it's a fact, Linny. Look, my patience is limited, so listen carefully while the weasel is dead. Period. Everyone
This
knows
guy
it, so
is a
do yourself
butt.
a favor and quit this investigation. It'll lead you nowhere. Look, if this affects your magic...
Oh, sir, I'm honored, really. But this
Ain't
isn't
no
about
way.
finances for me.
Hi, Allie.
My pride as a magician is what's at stake here, Lorenzo. Copycat or not, this person has thrown me the gauntlet, and I must meet their challenge head on.
Your pride? Don't mince words with me, boy. Just tell me...
I want to find out the Phantom Weasel's true identity.
What would that accomplish? And what do the events of 10 years ago have to do with you, anyway? Look, you of all people should know that a magician never reveals their secrets.
Uh-oh. This is...
Lorenzo? Is that? Oh, it is you! I don't...
Another day, I'm busy.
Oh, come on! You can't be all business all the time. You know what they say? Live
Oh my
fast,
gosh. Back to
die
lurking.
young.
Foggy's lipstick. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Trying out that new stuff. You know.
If I wanted your life advice, I'd ask for it. Now get out of my face and go be drunk somewhere else.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry,
Side
my
NPCs
good
or
sir,
something.
I don't believe I've had the pleasure.
Oh, hey! Edmond, this is your first time meeting him? Oh, he's always like this. Foul mouth. And he wonders why he can't get
Dang.
a girlfriend. Despite
Be rough
being,
out here.
What? Pushing 40, 30, something. Anyway, point is,
Oh my
a
gosh.
lot older than when he first got rejected by the girl he was into.
Oh my gosh. Was the girl he into
He's still
Gemma?
into, from what I hear.
Shut up and get out of my face. Another word out
Oh
of you and
my
you can forget about
gosh.
doing business with me ever again. Do I...
Sorry, I may have had a little too much to drink.
I think it's high time I made a move as well. If you really want to investigate this, Linny, be my guest. But if nothing good comes of it, don't say I didn't warn you.
Be in love with Gemma.
Well, that fell to pieces in a rather spectacular fashion.
Totally. And what was all that about compensating you for your loss? He's gotta be hiding something. And not like Gemma. She was a little...
I think so too. We need to look at that guy Edmondo seems to know a thing or two about him. He only just...
Dun dun dun. Please subscribe to the Steam Bird. Ain't no way he came out here to throw up in the
You okay
bushes.
Who are you? Oh, it's you guys. Don't worry about me. I must have had one too many.
Oh my
I
gosh.
I said way too much back there, didn't I? Yeah, I nearly talked myself into complete financial...
So, he was serious about threatening to cut you off?
Hey! Don't go prying into Lorenzo's personal affairs.
What kind of bad...
Don't even ask. I'm sorry. And take it from me. Trouble with Lorenzo is one thing you don't need in your life. Some flare up back there. I don't know what you... That's not a good sign. You're too young for this.
Dang. He gonna kill us. Not really, but
There he goes.
Shh. I think we're being watched.
look at
Someone
this
is
guy
listening
in the
into our whole
background.
conversation.
Stop.
Don't say anything and don't look back. Any altercation in the city will attract the guards.
This is how far we have to go for to be outside the city.
You followed us a long way. Why don't you come out?
So you're Linny. And where's your sister?
Ooh, face
Ain't she with you today?
Pacino.
Save us
Ain't
the
no
trouble and
way.
go fetch her for us. Let's not drag this out.
Paimon doesn't like the tone of your voice, mister.
What is happening?
Save your questions.
Not
Missy.
Peter De Niro.
You need answers where you're going. Capiche?
Looks like we can't avoid. Now, I'm not the strongest fighter, so I hope you're ready to back me up.
Okay, Lenny. Lenny is pretty powerful.
Don't worry, we got this.
Okay, Lenny. Lenny was already on my team, so look. Don't worry, Lenny. Hydro Dragon will save the day.
Tougher than we thought.
Vision wielders are always trouble. Intimidation ain't gonna work like it did on the lady.
Come on, let's scram.
Hey, wise guys.
Ain't no
we
way.
ain't done with you yet. Oh, they got away. Did you catch what they? Sounds like they just wanted to rough us up as a scare tactic, and they've already. You're right. She was injured when we. Maybe she was too scared to tell us the truth.
Well, if
Hate
that's
drunk
the case,
people?
she should be more willing to open
Do
up to us once she
you?
learns that those thugs won't be bothering her anymore. Let's head back to the
They
cafe
can be
and see if we can
funny
get any information
sometimes.
from her.
I think broadly, I'm actually kind of scared of drunk people. Hi, Wizard Ricardo. How am I doing? I'm all right. How are you? About to. Oh, thank you for the follow. Here, we'll yoink Lenny from this team. Here, let's run. How about Risley?
Yeah, I'll do my best, but I can't guarantee a victory.
No, thank you. I don't need
But I
anything.
also see the meaning in all the endeavors of the people of Fontaine. I believe I will continue to take pride in
Oh, they're actually at the cafe together. I thought that Lynette was just like following her.
Gemma?
You again. What is it this time?
We just ran into the men who've been threatening you, and so you can relax.
What? Why? I...
Sounds like they're no strangers to...
That's putting it mildly. I know them all too. It's been 10 long years. And still every time I try to look into Caesar's death, how do I know I can trust you? Do you really...
I'm afraid I can't reveal all the details just yet, but I can promise you this. I will expose the Phantom Weasel's true identity. Because you see, this is a personal matter of the utmost importance.
Okay. How can I...
I've heard that Caesar used to have a magic workshop where he kept a lot of his personal effects. If possible, do you know where it is?
The Fleuve Cendre. But the place
The
was
what?
sealed up by the police after his death, and no
Fleuve
one's been there since.
Bond?
I also know that the Fleuve Cendre is dangerous territory.
Fleuve
Lots of hostile
Cendre?
groups lurking around. If you're serious about going there...
Understood. Lynette, you stay here and take care...
Got it. But if I'm staying here,
I mean, bon appetit, but
Okay. Alright. Power saving mode off. I'll start taking this more seriously now.
Another unidentified ghost. Do I have to go down here? Yeah. Oh, excuse me, Nervalette. Let me just throw you in the sewer water.
if Gemma gave us the right location, then the workshop should be right nearby. Looks like these boxes are... There we go. It should be just...
Down even further in the sewers. It says bring fire. If I don't bring Linny, are they gonna give me Linny for free? Here we go. Risking it for the biscuit. I probably should have just put a pyro character on my team, but you know. Well, they did give us Linny. Is their Linny better than my Linny? Well, they have his weapon on him, which I still haven't finished making. I don't remember what set I have on my Linny. Oh, he's got 3 constellations. Oh my gosh. Have you joined? Have you joined for what? Oh, this is a story quest. I don't think you can join. Oh. Oh, I'm guessing if I go down, I die, huh? Because I wanted to go down and look, but that looks like insta-death.
Normal magic props. Let's head in further. What was that? Oh, is this one of Caesar's
Ain't no way
gadgets?
Paimon is gonna jump scare me with her
Guess he must have
scream.
triggered some sort of device.
Why are there mechs down here?
Bow your head.
Whoa. Look. The doll in the box is glowing.
What is happening right now? Where are they going?
There's something written on the card on this doll. Let's take a closer look.
I want a bucket of fried chicken that never runs out. What? A little dove. Ah. Is this an elevator?
These magic boxes are moving. What do we do?
One of them looks different from the rest. Let's investigate.
Oh man, I don't know what C3 Linny, you know, I don't really know what his constellations do, but I saw he spawned 2 of his hat cat. Mysterious. Spooky.
That's weird. Have we reached the end already? There's
Oh
nothing
gosh.
here. Maybe this was a wasted trip.
This place seems a little too ordinary for a magician's workshop. There's a distinct lack of mystery. We've triggered quite a few devices on the way here. I'm starting to wonder whether Caesar built this whole place as one big, elaborate magic contraption. If so, then there must be more to this place than meets the eye. Maybe a hidden room somewhere. Aha! If I just move this book, then hopefully... And... Presto.
A secret passageway! How did you know?
I'm a magician too, and apparently great minds really do think alike. Looks pretty big inside. Let's head in and take a look around.
I'll take my 2 primo gems from that chest. Oh boy, there's a lot going on here.
Silence!
I'll take those 5 primo gems. Yep. Saving for Furina for real.
Why have you stopped, Lenny? Is there some device in that box?
Huh. It just looks familiar somehow. Let me check this out for a second while you guys go on ahead. If anyone makes a major discovery, let's rendezvous here.
All right, see you in a bit.
Need to improve resin cap. I know. I hate it. Hmm. Oh, I feel like I already messed up. Oh, wait. No, I didn't. We're good. Oh? Yeah, but I hate the resin cap. I have to wake up and log in just to condense resin, and hopefully I don't already have it all condensed so I can condense them. And then I have to, like, in the evenings, like when I'm gonna play, which is fine, but like I wish it was at least 24 hours so that like I don't have to do that.
About the principles of magic. This book's thick as a brick. Let's
Thick
take
as a
look
brick.
inside it, shall we?
At one of my shows a few days ago, a child asked me how I pulled candy out of my hat. As a joke, I told the kid that the hat has a built-in wish-granting machine. Next thing I know, today a whole bunch of kids were pestering me to pull all sorts of things out of the hat. So I told them another white lie. The machine needs time to power up, but in the meantime, you can write your wishes down. Well, they took me up on that offer, enthusiastically. As I write this, I've only just got back from running around all over town, buying the things they wanted. Boy, are my legs sore. I wound up saving very little this month, but that's not a major issue. I now have a bigger problem. How am I going to hide all these things inside my hat? Two children came to talk to me after today's show. I don't know why they were out on their own. They looked much too young to be unsupervised. I do hope they got home safely. Anyway, they said that they wanted me to teach them how to do magic. It's not uncommon for children to ask this, of course, but I've never seen any of them as serious about it as these two. I told them that learning magic is very hard work, but that didn't faze them at all. It's like they already knew. They seemed so committed. I couldn't turn them down. It seems like something's bothering Lorenzo lately, but he won't open up to me about it. Surely he's not upset that I agreed to teach those two children. I'll have to talk him around. I have a good feeling about those kids. They're naturally talented, and it seems like they're not new to the world of magic. They have all sorts of
Lenny and
fantastic
Lynette?
ideas. All I'm really doing is helping them develop a more professional standard training plan. They wanted to call me Master, but I told them they absolutely mustn't. Any magician worth their salt could have taught them what I have. They're the geniuses here. Compared to them, I don't deserve to be called any sort of master. With time, I have no doubt that they could become far greater magicians than I. My only concern is why they're so mature for their age.
Ooh.
I fear they've had to grow up too fast. Gemma thinks so too. She doesn't like being around them. Says that their eyes are too piercing.
Ooh.
It's nearly time for me to go on tour. I asked the two kids if they'd... I once overheard them talking about their father and their mission.
Ooh, it's Lenny and Lynette.
Seems like their parents have other plans for them. It's only been 10 days since I first met them, but they're very tough, but also very cautious. And they trust no one but each other. This, I fear, is not a good habit to have. They hide things from me too. For example, when I ask them where they live, that's the thing about children. Whenever they're trying to cover something up, I can sense that their lives have been hard. Possibly even dangerous too. After thinking things over, I decided to tell them a bit about how I see the world. P.S. I hope they won't find my nagging annoying. Children are so opinionated nowadays. P.P.S. Maybe I'm overthinking
Not the
this.
PPS.
Children aren't interested in grand philosophies. It probably just went in one ear and out the other. Oh, Caesar,
Ooh.
Caesar.
Is this my music?
Magic geniuses
In the
with a
background,
father
it
and a
is.
mission, huh? Sounds a lot like he was writing about Lenny and Lynette, don't you? So did they meet Caesar when they were kids?
Paimon is so astute.
Lenny?
The background music's just
Hold that thought.
royalty-free.
As I expected,
music.
there's a lot of fishy things going on in this place.
Fishy?
All in good time. Before we go over our new leads, I want to tell you how a high-altitude escape... First, the magician slots themselves into a magic box in full view of the audience. The box is then suspended high in the air, and at this point, a dummy will fall out of the box, but it looks real enough to grab the audience's... Meanwhile, the real magician, who has by now blended
Putting you
into
to
the crowd,
sleep.
waits for a good moment to make their appearance and put on a hysterical performance. Oh no! Is that me? Did I just fall to my death?
Well, maybe you need to sleep.
Very vivid description. Paimon can really picture it. And then what?
The audience's gaze then turns to the magician, and by the time they realize what's happened, the dummy has vanished, as if everything that just happened was some sort of shared illusion. Of course, that's just how I think
Sleep
the
is for
process
the
should
weak?
work,
Well, I
theoretically
must be the
speaking.
weakest of all, because I love sleep.
The inventor of this trick never performed it successfully. When the box opened, Caesar was the one who fell out, and not the dummy. He fell right to the ground from the highest point of the opera house. And no one else has ever attempted this trick since. My understanding of how it works is just based on what it could gather from.
So Caesar's famous high-altitude escape has never been... Paimon was about to say how cool it would have been to see it in person, but if it's that dang... Wait a second. So if a dummy's supposed to drop out of the box, then...
Glad you asked. That brings us to the secret. This box right here is the one that Caesar constructed himself to use in the performance. And it's not. Once the magician's inside and the box is lifted up into the air, the audience's view of the box is fixed. From where they're standing, they have a clear view of the front, sides, and bottom, but the back and the top are now no longer visible. At this point, the magician presses a button inside the box. Oh, he then escapes through this trapdoor onto the opera house roof, waits for the dummy to fall and distract the audience, and quietly returns to ground level.
That's way simpler than Paimon imagined. Even Paimon...
Well, there's a little more to it than that, of course. The hardest part of this trick, there's the falling dummy, the miraculous reappearance, the pompous performing. Maybe the magician would even have themselves tied up before it begins to strengthen the impression that there's no escape. Many days and nights of careful research and painstaking practice would have gone into this, all culminating in a performance just a few minutes long. But Caesar was a highly accomplished magician.
So, how did it go so wrong?
I can make a pretty good guess. I looked into the case files. The magic box Caesar was using at the time of his death had the secret button I mentioned positioned on the right-hand side. And sure...
Okay.
But here's the strange thing. Most of the devices in this workshop have the mechanism on the left-hand side, including this box right here. Which leads me to believe that Caesar was in fact because a magician can't afford to have their most basic habits stand out too much. People naturally focus their attention on the most important details of the task or situation, but a magician needs to be able to redirect an audience's attention. The essence of magic is getting people to believe a lie. If even the truth raises eyebrows, the falsehoods become all the... And so, Caesar trained himself to use his right hand to align with his audience's expectations. But in his most stressful and nerve-wracking moments, and when no one was watching, reflex would kick in and he'd use his left hand. That's why he set his gadget. Exactly. I think that's likely what happened. Caesar would have been under a lot of time pressure during the escape. He'd have had mere seconds to open the hidden compartment, retrieve the dummy, then but I'm sure he was confident. He would have rehearsed countless times to the point where it was second nature. So he opened the compartment, took out the dummy, checked everything was in order, and then went to leave. With his, much like when you reach for your keys but find your pocket empty, his mind instinctively, his left hand would keep feeling around for the missing button, maybe for another. With the stakes being as high as they were, just a 2-second delay cost him everything. The authorities would find.
In reality, someone switched the boxes. Like, how would they be able to make the switch without being noticed?
It would have to have been someone who knew that he was left-handed and who could move his props around without. Isn't that right?
You just couldn't
Dun,
let
dun,
sleeping
dun.
dogs lie, could you? There's not a lot of
I
people
mean,
who
we
go
knew
to all this
Lorenzo was
trouble for
bad.
some magician who died 10 years ago. I didn't want to have to do this, you know. Silencing you, but I gave you your chance. I hoped you'd do what's good.
You mean Gemma? So you...
Yes, although however stubborn she might be, she was never much of a liability. But you, people, which is why you can't leave this place.
Do your worst indeed. Actually, very laughable.
Now discipline.
Let the mighty be humble.
Okay. The orbs.
Had enough yet, Lorenzo? You're I think it's high time you started talking. And what I'd really like...
If I had a Mora for every time you said that man's name. Of course you idolized. He was just an amateur who did cheap tricks for gullible children. I was the one who made mad...
So it was...
Jealousy. Hatred, more like. He poured everything into his street performances and his stupid tours like it was just a hobby to him. never
It's
bothering to
pissed.
think
These
about
stories
Mora.
are too long.
But the people loved him, didn't
I
they?
suppose, but
They looked up to him.
that's kind of the point of the
No
game.
one gave me a second look. All I ever heard was, "Oh, your master's amazing, isn't amazing?" Yeah, so amazing that he was completely broke. Every other apprentice was living it up at their master's expense, but no, not me. I put in all the work, mastered all the skills, and he forbade me from using magic to trick people out of their Mora. There was nothing.
Always try to
he hated
skip
more
them.
than that.
What's the point of the game
And
if
with
you're
his
not playing the
reputation in
stories?
Fontaine, it was too risky for me to go it alone. As long as he was alive, if I dabbled in my own brand of money-making magic, he would expose me, and it would destroy me. I had to kill him.
Oh my gosh.
There was no other way.
I just got a delivery. It is 9 o'clock here. I thought this was supposed to come tomorrow
And this was
morning.
your only motive?
To kill things that
was
get
reason
stronger.
enough. What other
Well,
motive would
this
I
game's
need?
kind of
Well,
pay to
I was
win
under
if you
the
wanna,
impression that there
if
might
you
have been
just
other
want to be
factors at
strong.
play. For instance, maybe you were in love with Gemma, but she was engaged to Caesar.
Dun dun dun.
In love with
We kind of,
Gemma.
I mean,
Don't be
they kind of already
ridiculous.
led us to all this.
Guess I was wrong about that then.
I am. Caesar was so strict with me. He insisted that his way was the right way, that the sole purpose of magic was to bring joy. I never bought into any of that. I was more interested in the practical value of magic. Sure enough, it helped me film.
Oh, yeah! Charlotte told us that the weasel would steal whatever people valued.
That's just how it looked from the outside. What would any thief want with second-rate loot? I stole cheap things as a way of practicing my craft. It was other people's overactive imaginations that conjured up the preposterous image they...
So that's the story, huh? Well,
What choice do I have? You're a pack of wolves, and you've got me between your jaws. So be it. I've enjoyed power and wealth for the last 10 years.
very well. In that Traveler, Paimon, keep an eye on Lorenzo.
Dun dun dun. Should I kick him?
At least I can finally...
Lenny definitely told me to watch this guy and I just left. So, no big deal.
Lenny has told me the whole story. Lorenzo, do you confess to the murder of Caesar?
Look who's... What kind of disciple murders their own master? I hope it was worth it. Because they'll be hell to pay.
Dang, okay. Bye, Lorenzo.
Looks like it's all over. What should we do next, Lenny? Should...
Let's rendezvous with Lynette and Gemma first. With Lorenzo and...
Good point. We should go tell Gemma the good...
Dang, it's rough out here for Gemma. I can't believe her man was dropped out of a box in front of everyone in the opera house. Opera Eclipse. And, yeah. Yikes. Where am I going?
Ah, you're back. You were so quick. I've only just finished my third dessert.
Only
Your
just.
third? Lynette, come on. We've talked about this. Everything in moderation.
It's fine. I'll shift to exercise mode and jog off the excess sugar.
That's besides the point. Well, it's done now.
Did everything go okay?
Of course! Lorenzo was no match for us.
Gosh, that's amazing. I'm sorry. I still didn't know if I could... I had my suspicions about Lorenzo, but I...
It's okay. We understand. He did threaten you. But you don't need to be scared anymore.
Sorry. Sorry. I always wanted to report Lorenzo. He took all of Caesar's property, which I found suspicious. But I was so afraid. I was scared he'd do something terrible to me. And then no one would be left to visit Caesar's grave. Thank you all.
Sad.
Truly.
Thank you all for clearing Caesar's name. I never would have guessed that Lorenzo was the real Phantom Weasel. He never showed any signs that there were problems between him and Caesar in public. And to think that lowlife's been living life to the fullest all this time. At least his soul can finally rest in peace now.
If only I'd realized.
Don't blame yourself, Gemma.
Yeah, you still have the rest of your life to live.
Cheer up, Gemma. My brother's doing a magic show at the Opera House tomorrow evening. This show will be a special one.
In Caesar's honor.
Great. We'll see you tomorrow evening. Traveler.
Don't worry, we'll be there. No way are we gonna miss out on a free Wait, Paimon feels like we're forgetting something.
Are we forgetting something?
Oh yeah, Caesar's diary!
Oh yeah, we never asked him about that. What did it say? 1800 tomorrow? I'm ready for a nap, y'all. By nap, I guess I mean sleep.
Water comes in many flavors to the discerning palate.
Not the foot. Ta-da, ta-da. Oh, yay. 2 more wishes. Over halfway there. Woo. Ooh. I guess I could have made it my food, but let's be real. I'll hate them's food is better. Gosh. Oh, Lynette's not being his assistant for this?
Paimon's excited to see another of Linny's magic show!
Not this time. My brother's going solo today, so I'll be watching with you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The great
Is he
magician
gonna do the
Linny
trick
has prepared a spectacular show for
that
us all tonight, concluding with an
Caesar
all-new
tried to do?
grand finale that no audience has ever seen.
Thank you all so much for coming. Now, prepare to...
Exciting stuff, isn't it?
Yes, it's just...
No wonder. So, how did you...
Well, I was out on the street. Children love magic because they're willing to believe in things that can't be rationally explained. And somehow, I felt drawn to him too.
Aww.
So romantic. What trick?
It was with a flower. He took it in his hand, snapped his fingers, and it magically appeared on my head.
Aww.
I was so happy that day. No one had ever given me a flower before that.
Aww.
That's so cute! Actually, now that you mention it, Linny's done that one before. Is that right? Then I suppose he's a romantic at heart, just like Caesar. So let's treasure the time we have with him. After all, you never know when the people dearest to you might.
That is not
be
cute.
gone.
Well, I think it's cute.
That's right. it's all over now. Paimon doesn't really know how to comfort you, but at the very least, no one's gonna be intimidating you from now on.
Right. Yes, you can breathe easy now, Phantom Weasel.
Even Lynette says... Wait, what? The Phantom Weasel? Lorenzo escaped? Where is he?
What do you mean, Phantom Weasel?
As Linny once said,
She's
a
the Phantom
performer's job
Weasel
is to commit
now.
fully to their role and put on a flawless performance for their audience. But once the bag of tricks is empty and the curtain falls, it's time to end the show. It's been 10 years, Gemma. Aren't you tired of the grieving widow act? I think it's time to put an end to it.
What are you talking about? Paimon doesn't like this riddle. Traveler, Paimon doesn't like where this is going.
Ladies and gentlemen, I hope you're all enjoying the perform. There will now be a brief intermission, after which Linny will perform the final performance will take place outside of the Opera House. So please make your way outside in a calm...
The Phantom Weasel never did like public places. Don't worry, this place will be quiet soon. Let's...
What is happening?
Dear me, this is awkward, isn't it? And unfortunately, I'm all out of gadgets, so I'm afraid I can't do any tricks to liven up the mood. This is a big mistake for a magician to make. But thankfully, I do have a backup plan.
Linny? Lynette accused Gemma of being the real Phantom Weasel a moment ago.
All in good time. Magicians are good at guessing what people are thinking. I know the questions you want to ask.
Really? Well then, let's hear it!
Let's go back to the very beginning. A decade ago, when the Phantom Weasel was terrorizing the court of Fontaine. She never missed a target, never left... But as her infamy grew, so did the readiness of the police, and her opportunities to act became ever fewer. Every day, she ran the risk of being exposed for who she was. Of course, she could not simply take this lying down, and before long, she found her ticket to freedom. After weighing her options, she set her sights on a renowned magician, Caesar. After all, magic and theft shared enough similarities for...
So...
Being the master deceiver she was, the Weasel easily earned Caesar's trust. Now, all that remained was to frame him for her countless crimes. But as she was considering how to make her move, she noticed Caesar's aggrieved pupil, and a new thought entered her mind. Maybe I don't need to get my hands dirty after all. At her encouragement, Lorenzo tampered with Caesar's magic box, causing him to fall to his death. Afterwards, Lorenzo seized his master's property, and the Weasel set about tarnishing Caesar's reputation. Two co-conspirators committed the perfect crime.
Dang. It's rough out here.
I've got to hand it to you. You're both exceptional storytellers. It's enough to make even me wonder whether there was really another mastermind behind all this. But I just have one question. You seem to think that I am the villain in this tale.
Don't worry, Lorenzo said nothing at all. But I never believed that he was the Weasel. And in fact, my investigation only made me more certain of that. He was too forthcoming
He kind of was.
with his confession. As if...
How disappointing. So you'd sooner trust Lorenzo than me? Even without a shred of evidence?
Well, he's being very defensive right now.
A magician is an expert at playing the audience to get the result they want. And with a little help from Lorenzo, you put on a very convincing performance. The lovesick fiancé, Caesar, was maligned and hated by all for 10 years, but you? Everyone sympathized with your plight. Who would suspect for 1 second that the lovely young lady always seen weeping in front of Caesar's grave was actually the mastermind behind his demise?
Wait, so you mean the whole intimidation thing was just a hoax? Jem, but why would Lorenzo agree to that? And why
Indeed.
He actually loved her.
Maybe Gemma herself could enlighten us on that question.
Well, Linny, if you're so confident in your version of events, having killed Caesar with his own hands, Lorenzo was plagued by overwhelming guilt. Revealing the Phantom Weasel's true identity would serve no purpose. But if the Weasel remained free, then she could take care of Lorenzo's loved one.
An excellent answer, though sadly a little dull.
Is that right? Well, don't let me bore you. If you'd care to change the topic to something more interesting.
As a matter of fact, there's one thing I'd really like to understand. Why would the real Weasel have targeted things that only have value to other people? Could you shed any light on that?
Of course. After all, we're just telling stories here, aren't we? If I had to guess, I would say that the real Weasel must have had a terrible childhood.
Always the terrible
Left to fend for
childhood.
herself after her parents died young. Betrayed. Scorned. She'd scrounge waste paper from garbage bins to draw on, using twigs and dirt for lack of ink and pen. She'd sew ugly rag dolls from whatever scrap material she could get her hands on. This was her only source of happiness in life. But it was all she needed, and she was content. Once again, she was betrayed. And this time, everything was taken from her. She felt like life was a miry pit that dragged her further down the more she struggled to escape. This was a fate too cruel for anyone to bear. Her pain became a breeding ground for dark thoughts. I detest the happiness of others. In all its forms alike, I will rob them of everything they hold to be good and true. And it will fill the void in my soul.
That's some pretty heavy stuff.
Now it all makes sense.
Does this story satisfy you, Linny?
Yes, it is quite to my tastes. Thank you for helping to clear up my confusion.
Huh. That's right. What drove you to write that letter, Gemma? Because without that, none of this would have ever come to light.
She didn't write the letter.
Dun, dun, dun.
After 10 long years, I'd hoped that the Phantom Weasel would be consigned to the history books by now, Linny. Or should I
Himself.
call you the Phantom
Oop.
Copycat now? You were the one who posted that letter outside the Opera House.
Very sharp, Phantom Weasel. Still as shrewd as ever.
Dang.
Well,
Hi,
no need for you to
Alfred.
be coy about it.
How are
Our
you?
goal was to clear Caesar's name. The most straightforward way to change the public's impression of Caesar was to force the Weasel to show themselves.
That's it?
Of course we did. We made it quite clear in the letter, I believe. I shall take from you that which you hold most dear. Just
10 years ago? Wait. Oh, I
Dang.
get it. You were those two obnoxious kids.
To a vegan craft
been so
festival?
long. You're all grown
Ooh.
up now. He taught you magic back
See
then,
anything
didn't
cool?
he? For what, 10 days or something? And you went to all this trouble.
We remember all our debts. How 10 years ago, Caesar's reputation was torn to shreds and his legacy was thrown out. But we did not forget.
And what exactly did you take from me? I'm still standing as you...
Free? Caesar once told me that even though the world is filled with lies, I think that applies to you too. Truth can take many forms. Prized possessions with nostalgic value. Life took many things from you, and those wounds never healed. When they ached unbearably in the dead of night,
What are you trying to...
I'm saying that for the last 10 years, you've been living a rather uneventful life. Perhaps that's because you found something other than a life of crime to fill the hole?
Tried lion's made
Back to Lorenzo for a second.
sea moss
He
in a
murdered
chai
his
latte like
master,
tea?
played along with your
What?
act, and took pains to make sure any suspicion would be directed towards him. He knew who you were and the things you'd done, and despite that, he was willing to give everything up for your sake. You're more than just accomplices in murder. You're the only real friends each other has. But that truth is gone now, and I guarantee you.
Congratulations on your freedom, Gemma.
Your
Dang.
freedom will cost you dearly. From now on, you'll be all alone in a world full of lies.
Gather round, one and all. The time has now come for the amazing
Dang.
Lenny to perform his
Good.
final act in
And is a known
tonight's
food
show.
in the Caribbean.
I'm sure you're all
Interesting.
wondering what he has planned for the grand finale. Well, wonder no more. For the
A high-altitude escape?
I'm sure you all remember the magician Caesar. This was the very... We have now learned that Caesar was wrongly accused.
Guess that's my cue to leave. Whew. I've been practicing Traveler, Paimon. I hope you enjoy the rest of the show. There may be a lot of people watching tonight. but
Who's joining
you
my
alone
world?
are my true
Tetsuo?
witnesses.
In the middle of my story quest?
Lenny, wait. You two hid a
Nope.
lot from Caesar. He went to his grave without ever knowing your secrets. You don't have to tell lies to end up isolated and alone.
You're wrong. I'm nothing like you.
Dang.
Like Lenny said, when you're ready, let's head outside.
What about Gemma?
She'll figure out what's best for her soon enough. Oh, and if you'd like to see Lenny after this.
All right. Well, let's go.
Tried it for your dad to introduce him to new health foods. Ooh, interesting. Wait, I have to go up top. How do we change seats in the middle of the show? Oh. Where am I supposed to be going? Hello. Where? I have to leave? It's a lot of green tea, matcha, and gooseberry. Gooseberry. I've been trying green tea lately too. Reminds me I need to make some tonight. Oh, he's doing it from out here. I guess I didn't
Magic
realize the
should
trick
be
was here. Oh.
mysterious, surprising, and defy logic. Magic is hard work. Every single movement has to be practiced thousands of times.
It's alright. We're used to that.
We're sorry. You've taught us so much, but we can't tell you the whole truth.
It's okay. Do you still remember what I told you? This world is full of lies and falsehoods. I only hope that one day you can find your own truth.
What about you? Have you found your truth?
Magic is my truth. I want to perform a magic trick so great that people will always think of me when they talk about it. For a magician, what greater honor could there be?
Aw, young Lenny Lynette, indeed.
Behold!
Cute.
Lenny is sealed inside the box. Will
Dun,
he
dun,
manage
dun.
to escape? 10 years ago, Caesar attempted this very trick, and it was at this precise moment that...
Watch out!
Dun dun dun. Planned indeed. He just has to remember to use his attack before he hits the ground. Don't worry.
Surprising. And logic defying. Isn't that right? This honor belongs to you, Caesar. I'm just sorry it's a little late.
Did you see that? 1 minute he was falling, and the next, he turned into flour.
How could he possibly have done that?
How mysterious. I didn't blink once. He just
What a heart-stopping magic show. This was really worth the trip. Caesar's name has finally been cleared, and Fontaine's new star magician Linny has fulfilled a wish on his behalf. Oh, I couldn't ask for a better grand finale.
Whew. Looks like everyone really loved Linny's grand finale. Paimon doesn't see Linny anywhere. Oh, Lynette said he'd be waiting for us at the usual hunt. But, oh, you mean the one where Caesar's? Yeah, that's probably it. This whole magic show kinda seemed like Linny's way of saying goodbye to Caesar. Alright, let's go look for him there.
Alright, y'all. I am so tired. I guess I'm gonna finish this and be done. I still have Risley and Nervalet's story quest, but you know. Woo. Places to be, people to see. And by places, I mean my bed. Get rest? I know. I napped before this, but I'm so tired still.
Linny! There you are. Are you alright? Paimon was scared to death when the chain broke. Paimon was sure something had gone horribly wrong.
Magic is a performance art. A magician has to get creative to keep the audience on tenterhooks. That's our job. So I tweaked Caesar's original setup a little to keep it fresh. I was honestly a little nervous during the live performance. The thought of falling, suddenly feeling weightless, seeing the sky and the ground spinning and spinning. Sometimes, I can't help but wonder what Caesar thought in those final moments.
Yikes.
Did he regret taking Gemma and Lorenzo on? Or did he believe that it was his own slip-up right until the end?
You know, Paimon's been wanting to ask you about something ever since we were in Caesar's
Turn your clock back an hour if you did it.
You
A
learned
lot of
magic
clocks
from Caesar
already
once,
take care of
didn't you?
that
When was
magically.
After I
I
joined
guess
the
my
House of the
computer even
Hearth,
did too, which is nice.
to be honest,
Get an extra
Lynette
hour
and
of
I had
rest.
an
That was
agenda
last
when we
night.
approached him.
So it already happened.
I told you about my past before, remember?
Womp womp.
As a young boy, I survived by secretly learning
So no
magic
extra
from street
hour tonight,
performers.
unless I go
I'd
to bed
watch
an
their
hour
tricks and try to
early.
figure out how they were done.
Which I
But
might. I'm
quickly
so
realized
tired
that
right now.
observation alone could only get me so far. What I saw was the polished final performance, but the rigorous training they put in behind the scenes remained invisible to me. I needed to learn how to improve my sleight of hand. We were gifted enough that we'd made some progress by ourselves, but without proper guidance from a professional magician.
So that's why you sought Caesar out?
Nicely be.
Yes. We figured
I'm
there
not
was
quite
no
there
harm in
yet.
asking,
I'm gonna
but it
finish
took us
this,
by
but
surprise
yeah,
that he was so willing to teach us.
definitely,
In all, we
definitely
only spent
tired.
10 short days together,
It's
but
my
he
it's
was
my
very good to
weakness.
us.
I'm so very
By
weak.
contrast, we hid so many things from him. For instance, when he asked why I wanted to learn magic, but in truth, there was already a lot more to the story by then. After being taken in by an aristocrat for our magic talent, then betrayed soon, what amazed me was how the lie escaped my lips even as I was hesitating over whether to tell him the truth. Trust is a beautiful thing. Sadly, I'd forgotten how to trust by then.
Linny.
Aww.
Still worried about the way I feel? But don't worry, I'm used to it now. From the mansions of the elite to the House of the Hearth, lies and selfishness have followed me and Lynette everywhere we go. After Caesar went on tour, we became busy with our missions. The next
I
we
wonder
heard
how
of him
old
was
Lenny
that he'd
is,
fallen to his
because
death.
in this original
And was
story,
now declared to be the Phantom Weasel.
or in this story,
That
he's
night,
10 years from
I remembered his smile.
when he met Caesar.
But as I lay
And
there,
how old was he when he met Caesar? That he was already
didn't know what to
performing
say.
magic tricks for
to keep
aristocrats.
secrets is to put up walls. The longer you keep them up, the less you let people in. Then, one day, you look around and realize your life is like an empty auditorium after a show.
Aww.
Full of seats once occupied by all the people who left. But I guess That's the price we have to pay. You only realize how much someone really meant to you when you lose them completely. That's why I was so confident this would hurt Gemma. Because I felt it for myself.
Yeah, cheer up, Winnie. We've had to say our fair share of goodbyes during our journey, too. Delicious food, fun
Anime
toys,
ages don't make
and a
sense,
traveler by my
I
side.
suppose. But
just
they
needs to focus
do a
on
pretty
things like
good job
this,
in
and all the
Genshin of
unhappy
like
stuff goes right out
keeping,
the window.
I think, true to
You know,
ages that they
Traveler,
plan.
doesn't that kind of make you Paimon's truth?
Exactly. It's the same for me and Lynette. We are the truest thing each other has in the world, and nothing can replace that. Life has taken plenty from us, like it did from Gemma. But at least it left us with each other.
5-year-old looking 5
That's
could
what
be
gave us the strength to
40.
get through the darkest days.
I think they
That's
do
why
a
the darkness never
decent job of
consumed me and why it
matching
never will.
ages with their characters.
Maybe we live in the shadows too, but we remember every precious ray of light
I
that
mean,
shines
besides
through.
the incredibly old, I suppose.
All right, time to lighten this conversation
But
up a little. What did you think of the show tonight?
that's where
Were you
things
happy
like
with
the
it?
Archons
Amazing!
and the
Just
Adepti
wishes
come
we
into
hadn't
play.
been so distracted with the Gemma situation. We spent most of our time in the opera house just talking and pretty much missed the entire first half of the show. Winnie, could you do just one more trick for us?
Whoa, that's a bit of a tall order, I'm afraid.
The looking character
The
could
show's
be
just
16.
finished, so
Oh my
seats are
gosh.
decidedly card-free right now.
Aw, come on! Surely you can think of something. The limit.
Oh, all right then. I'll give it a go, but watch closely. I have a flower in my hand.
You liar! There's nothing in your hand. We ain't going along with this.
Huh? My goodness, you're right. But I could have sworn I brought one here with me. Okay, try this. Count down with me. 3, 2, 1.
3, 2, 1.
Paimon, he
have
definitely
another
said to
look
count down
around.
with him. Ain't no
Maybe the
way.
flowers appeared somewhere else.
Really? Let's see.
Ain't no way. Paimon is like watching Blue's Clues right now.
Wow, there it is! Oh, this is a different flower from the last time, right? But more importantly, Paimon has to know how the trick is done. Please, Linny, pretty please!
Well, if you want to learn magic, you'll have to start by addressing me as teacher.
Fine. Please, teacher, please!
Since you asked so nicely, I'll share one little tip with you. Namely, the student of magic cannot solely rely on others being prepared to reveal their
Dang.
secrets.
Is that it?
Look at the time. We shouldn't linger here
Dang.
too long. Thanks again for coming to
Rough
see my
out
show.
here.
I look forward to seeing.
All right, fine. Shall we head back down too? Oh, Paimon can't wait to read the Steambird tomorrow. Let's head to the Steambird's offices tomorrow.
They really be saying tomorrow, tomorrow, tomorrow with these. Ooh, we made it though. We didn't pass midnight, so tomorrow is just like that. Ooh. Did y'all love me yawning? Mike.
I'm very sorry, Charlotte, but my sister and I are quite busy today.
I look
I'm
16
afraid
and
we'll have to
mistaken as
decline this
16 to
interview.
21. Oh my gosh.
I'll only take a moment of your time.
Maybe I'm
You're
anime.
always so kind.
People are just bad with ages, to be very real.
I spent all night writing my piece about the Phantom Weasel, and it was going to go to print this morning.
People
But
age
just as dawn
differently.
broke, I suddenly received news that Caesar's fiancée Gemma had contacted the guards and confessed to having been the real Phantom
Dun dun
Weasel
dun.
all along.
That was quick.
Hmm?
Too late, bro.
That was quick, you say? It sounds like I've got some catching up to do. Aha! My instincts did not lead me astray. You do have something to hide. Gemma turning herself in must have something to do with Linny's performance last night.
Bro,
Maybe
Paimon
watching
out
my
here spilling all the
high-altitude escape
beans.
trick reminded her of a better time with Caesar, and she.
Okay then. Wait, no. There must be more to it. If that's all it took for her to have a change of heart. Oh, I remember now. You and Gemma were nowhere to be found after the quickfire question. Where did you all go after the?
Oh, we went to the cemetery and Linny did a private magic trick. Actually, glad you mentioned it, cause that reminds Paimon. Guess what? Linny started using.
What? I don't recall ever having received a rainbow rose from you myself.
Dang.
Is this supposed to mean that they're more important to you?
Ooh.
Than your own sister?
Yikes.
I just,
What now? Oh, did Paimon say something?
Paimon, you should probably just stop talking.
This is getting pretty.
Seems like this interview wasn't meant to be. Well, never mind. There's always next time. Forgive my persistence, but when there's explosive news waiting to be found, I can't turn away. The news about Gemma has already made waves. Apparently, one of the things she said to the guards was that her final wish is to see Lorenzo one last time. All right, I guess I'll leave you to continue the rest of your conversation in peace.
Bye, Charlotte.
Lynette? Paimon didn't mean to.
Don't worry, I wasn't angry.
I was like, I
just trying
don't
to
know that
distract
Lynette actually cares about that.
Really? Oh, thank goodness.
Phew. You and me both, Paimon. You and me both. At least
Teleported
it
to
did the job,
Devat, you could date
right?
one character. Who would it be? Kazuha.
Please, take good
He
care
is
of that
my
rainbow rose.
beanie
I'd be really
beanie
upset if you lost it.
character. I don't know. S Bean. Yay! I finally finished Linny's quest. Now I have to do Nervalet's and Risley's. I really want to get through Nervalet's. I feel like his is really interesting. All right. I wanted to go through more of those, but I was tired. Delon, what? Who? Ooh, a chest somewhere. Goro? Want to pet him so bad? I don't know if he would like that, but maybe if you were dating, he wouldn't mind. I felt like it was pointing here, but I don't see any chests over here. Now it's pointing slightly up this way. Oh, there it is. Found it. Oh. Shogun? Raiden?
Let the record show that I verbally consent to relinquishing these items into your possession.
Yikes. Hey, Sarah. The puppet or all right, this was pointing like straight up. They're both the same. I mean, yes and no. A gastrodon. Okay. How do I get all the way up here? Probably should have just teleported, but now I'm climbing, so. All right, wait, let me. Wow, mysterious.
Whoever finds it first.
There are a lot of mysterious. Okay, this direction down. There are a lot of chest hidden in the city. Said this way, but down. Oop. Straight down. Oh, we both caught the Gastrodon. Alright, where? Oh, here. Yay!
This wasn't locked.
Got 100% on your map? Nice. I definitely do not. Down this way. Huh. To go down here. Oh, so. I got distracted with my compass. This goes really far down. I don't. Can the compass point this far? Now it says up and in this direction. I think I'm gonna have to go around. If I just took the time, I probably could 100% my maps. But I'm not there yet. I can't even finish all my frickin' quests. Too tired all the time. Although I am closer now than I've ever been lately in Fontaine. The thing is, like, I don't... Story stuff, like, starts to slow down once a region is, like, fully out. So, soon enough I'll be well caught up and stuff, because that is what happened with Sumeru, and I was definitely really behind with Sumeru. Back when I wasn't even streaming. I was super unmotivated to get through stuff. Alright, where did it point? Up there, okay. So, someday I'll catch up. But that day is not today. Although I am running through some stuff right now, I guess.
Let the record show that I verbally consent to
Not being motivated.
your position.
I mean, I don't know. I gotta balance things. Like, I would keep playing today. I'm just really tired. And I gotta prioritize, like, my health over playing a video game. And like, if I stopped going to the gym, I'd probably have a lot more time. But I don't really want to do that. But I'm like thinking about it. Going to the gym does eat up straight up that way. Does eat up a lot of time, because when I go to the gym, it's like I do like an hour and a half like gym session, which doesn't include like the getting ready, the shower after, like all that stuff. Going to the gym is like really time consuming, huh? I'm gonna fall. All right, Nervalet. Okay. I guess if I had all day, like, and I didn't have to do anything else, eat, sleep, or anything, I would be hella caught up. I'd probably dedicate time to like actually doing thorough builds of all my characters, getting through all the story, getting through all the achievements. Which at some point with the achievements, my only thing that I'm going to be waiting on is commissions, which sucks, but I actually just stopped playing Honkai Star Rail because of time. That one I was like way worse with story content and stuff. Maybe I shouldn't say way worse, but like definitely worse because I did all the main quests in it, which I did in Genshin too, but that one I was like even worse off in terms of, okay, where am I going? Straight up. In terms of, okay, I don't think I can go straight up from in here, so I think I'm gonna have to leave the sewers. I should probably just go to sleep now. I like looking at that. I should go to sleep. I'll get there. It's on the exterior of this. Like, there is no quick and easy way to get behind this. Man, there are a lot of chests just hanging out straight down in Fontaine. I wonder how far down I need to go. I have to make a choice here, left or right. Further than this? It says further down. I was just down there. I was literally just down here. Like further down? Look at Risley. Yep, it says like straight down. I literally just came from here. I always think he looks tired because of that scar. But it's literally just a scar. Even further down this way. Can I go further down this way? Oh, it's literally below me. I gotta go.
This wasn't locked. How convenient.
I can't believe that. All right, our compass is saying nothing near us. I'm gonna, oh, I tapped out on accident. I'm gonna call it here. Posted a coconut bird? What's a coconut bird? What? Hi, everyone. Okay, let me take care of this real quick.
A moment, please.
Photoshop the D&D random animal encounter there. It was funny. What? Alright. My one leg is like falling asleep. I don't know what's happening.
This realm is...
I'm gonna gather this and then hopefully not gather it until I hopefully get Furina on Tuesday. Although I guess I won't stream any of it probably since patch will be that day, so it won't be up till like 11. Pigeon with coconut body exists in your campaign. Fair. It's fair.
If you ever had...
Alright. Let's switch over. Okay, y'all. So, plans this week. Let's see. Searched it on Bing. Oh gosh. We found one. Oh my gosh. So, I don't know. Tastes like pina colada. I don't know if I'm gonna stream tomorrow, but Tuesday I will start Resident Evil 2. Ooh, exciting. We'll get to see Leon because we love Leon S. Kennedy here. So we'll start that, and then the patch will be happening at that time. So we'll see when it finishes. Maybe I'll stream my pulls, which will probably not result in Furina. We'll see. But we'll see. Oh, I wonder if we can do the pre-download yet. I'll need to check on my phone. D&D is wild. Yeah, every time you tell me any story, it is. So we'll see. Probably with the new content, there'll be quite a few streams coming up. Maybe Friday. Friday, I have no work, so we'll see. We'll see. I have a dentist appointment on Thursday. All right, y'all. Let's do closing affirmation card. We can see if anyone's on. We're actually ending like an hour early, but really it's like 11 now, right? If we didn't fall back. Let's see. I'm surprised Ling isn't on today. I was gonna say it's been a while since we... coughing! Okay, wait, let's catch coughing first. I just do no raid today. I'm tired and I don't really want to look. We'll be okay. It's one day. One day without a raid. Alright. So, let's pull a closing affirmation card. And then I'm going to bed. I'm so tired. All right. Closing affirmation card is joy. Joy. To enjoy something, I simply need to add joy to it. Joy is like butter. I can put it on anything and it'll make it way better. Today I will add joy to everything. Really slather it on. Today I am the Orville Redenbacher of joy, and life's popcorn is about to get it. Joy. All right, y'all. Let's see if we get that coughing, and then and then we'll call it a night. This new like lip gloss stuff is like really strong. Usually I have stuff that doesn't last. I accidentally just touched with my lips, and it definitely got some on there. Anyway, no Pokemon community game rigged for real. All right, y'all. Good night, good night, good night. I will see you all soon. Good night, good night, good night. Good night, good night, good night. Good night, good night. I should have taken Wednesday off so we could do Genshin all day, but you know, good night, good night, good night.